all, and welcome to Monday Night's Treasure Vortex with gypsies from YouTube's Zero Discrimination, as well as gypsydigs.com, and myself, Amanda Digger Degaz. Um, Definitely feeling better. I did not get out this weekend though. I figured I still wasn't 100%, and the weather was relatively chilly, and I did not want to continue feeling like crap. So I did not go out in the woods, even though I really, really wanted to. But I did see, Miss Gypsy, you were making mud pies this weekend.
I sure was. Oh boy, it poured and rained in Louisiana a little bit while I was metal detecting. Those of you that are on my Facebook have probably seen a little clip that my friend Shauna had videoed of me just scooting around out there in the rain detecting. Luckily, it wasn't, lightning, or we were going to make a beeline for the vehicle, but all worked out, and just ended up overnight, though, it rained and poured, and I think that the weather had said like 4 inches of rain was expected, so I don't know exactly how much rain ended up that night, but you can ask Shauna. I mean, she could tell you there were lakes out there. Everywhere we were walking, it was like, and then so I know that you've detected in places like that before.
Oh, yeah.
But this is like, those of you that have detected at some spots in Louisiana, it's like this clay mud that once it's wet, it's just worse. It's ooey and gooey, and it sticks to everything. Sticks to your shovel, sticks to your gloves. So at one point, it was real funny. So if you saw my mud pie photo, if you look closely, you can see the mud on my forehead, and then even it went up to the bill of my hat. All I did is I stuck my shovel in, and it splashed all the way up. It just went, and I looked up at Shauna because I was like, oh my gosh, it just splashed all over. I said, can you see it? She said, yeah, you got mud everywhere. So yeah, it was fun though. The second day turned out to be really good for me because I ended up with 3 buttons, TBA on those. I have not cleaned them up yet. So those you will all have to just wait until I think I know what one of them is, but I will preface this. So the area we were hunting, I think the parish goes all the way back to the 1700s. And the area we were hunting is part of an old fort that dates back to between 1812 and the Civil War. So it has been hunted before, but hey, I was thrilled to get those 3 buttons the next day. I got a musket ball. And so I'm super excited because I think one of the buttons is definitely really old. You saw it.
I get the sneak peek. She was out in the field sending them to me.
I'm out in the field sending them, look what Arvita's just got. Oh my gosh. And she's looking at her, do you have is it the Alberts book? Which button book do you have?
I have both the Alberts and the Tice.
Okay. So, yeah, I was sending her photos, and she's like, oh, I said, this one? Do you think it's this one? And we're like, I think it's that one. And anywho, super excited. They are smaller buttons. They're like the little cuff size buttons. But
that's awesome, though.
I'm still so stoked. I'm so excited. So anyway, that was a blast. We only hunted that morning out there, and we decided we were going to take a little break because we were still sore and tired from the day before. And after playing in the water and the rain, the mud, I mean, we were both like, oh, well, let's go. I'm getting hungry. You getting hungry? Well, okay. Well, Shauna was craving meat pies because, that area, there's one of the towns is famous for their meat pies, their Cajun meat pies. So we're like, okay, so it's on a Sunday, but most of the places were closed. So I found one that said it was open. I said, oh, it's only like 8 miles away. I forget exactly how far. And so I put it in my GPS on my phone, and we're driving, and we get there, and it's this little bitty hole in the wall that's not even a restaurant. She sells frozen meat pies. So we had to drive back to another town to go eat, and we ended up going like that. We went to a restaurant that was supposed to be like, right? Ohio says from mud pies to meat pies. So true. And I'm telling you, we ended up waiting over an hour for what was supposed to be fast food. And so we decided from there we weren't going to go back to our spot, but we are in, the owners of the property were so adorable and sweet. And that first day when we took a break, I went and brought them a pizza back. And so Shauna messaged me today and said the pizza was a hit. So that they said we are welcome to come back anytime. So we'll probably have to take another trip back to Louisiana. Yeah. And hopefully there won't be rain in the forecast. Although I will say this, most of you all know that are avid hunters know that the rain helps that sensitivity.
Oh, yeah, it does.
So I really think that that's why I pulled those little bitty buttons. Because remember, this is like an area that has been hit not only hard, but I was also, you know how hunting in those little iron-infested spots are, which I was letting Shauna use my Apex with the small coil. I thought that would give her an advantage in that iron. But I was using the Jace Robertson. I was using the Jace Robertson 18 Max edition with the Viper coil. And that Viper coil pulled out those 3 little tiny buttons amongst all that iron. So
it's awesome.
So I was really impressed and happy with that for sure.
I love when it rains. It definitely does make such a big difference.
It really does. And most of the time it is easier to dig, which I will say, yeah, definitely the soil was softer in some areas, but it was sheer mud. We were just making mud pies. So anyway, loads of fun. And we also, so after we finished eating, when we went on that adventure to go find these meat pies, we ended up going crossing this bridge where there's this river called Cane River, and there was an old bridge right beside the newer bridge. The old bridge had been capped off where you couldn't go across it or get on it, but it was still cool. So Shauna goes, hey, look, that looks like a good place to magnet fish. I said, sure does. And of course me, I've always got the magnet with me in the back of the car. So after we ate, we went back over there to that bridge and started magnet fishing. We didn't find any guns this time or knives or anything like that. But we, found some fishing lures and stuff like that. But it was fun. It was really fun. And then we met, there was this kid that was like, hey, what are y'all finding? And a really sweet kid. And gave him my YouTube channel. He was wanting to know how to go to it and watch it. And he subscribed right then and there. So that's always cool. But yeah, we had I call it an epic trip. even though there was only like 3 or 4 really cool finds for me. And poor Shauna, she did get, I'm not sure if it's camp lead or it may be possibly a fired musket ball. Not 100% sure on that, or part of the shavings of, you know how that goes when some musket balls are fired and stuff like that, and some of it can split off and stuff like that. But definitely she got some old lead, so that's really cool.
That's awesome.
Most definitely. She was down in one hole. I was really proud of her because she was down in one hole, not giving up. She kept getting all kinds of weird signals in the hole. She was digging out all kinds of iron, like links of chain and these big massive nails and spikes and all kinds of stuff. She just kept digging down in there, and then she got to where there was these smooth rocks she was pulling out of there. And then she pulled out a whole brick as well, and a piece of horseshoe. And we're pretty sure that it was part of the fort had apparently continued on to their property back in the day. And I'm sure it was probably one of the buildings that had burned or something like that, because it was all black and burnt. The dirt that she was digging in was super black and dark. And there were several holes that I was digging in where I dug up lots of old red brick, plus a lot of coal and stuff like that. So I'm excited to. I'm hoping definitely that we get to go back before too long. So anyway, fun times, and I'm sorry that you didn't get out, because I know you wanted to so bad, but I'm also proud of you because I was worried that if you would have gotten out, that your voice, you might have lost your voice again, or it might have got, all of that stuff. So worse. And Amanda's going to be doing a voiceover for my YouTube channel. So I'm really excited about that. So
yes.
We need her voice better.
It's getting there.
My YouTube channel needs a major update, and I'm working on updating some stuff very, very soon. Going to be getting some drone shots, getting my vehicle with logos and stuff all hopefully wrapped this next week. All kinds of cool stuff. So I'm going to have all that in like the beginning intro to
opening,
my YouTube channel. Yeah,
awesome.
Opening intro. So that'll be cool. One other thing I wanted to mention while we're talking about my YouTube channel, I know most of you already know Zero Discrimination. That's my YouTube channel. But if y'all can, go check